Nothing is better than a family. I'm glad I have a family. I'm glad I have a family.
Franke of YouTube's 8 Passengers fame and her business partner Jodi Hilderbrandt were arrested in southern Utah August 31st after police say 2 of Franke's children were found hungry and hurt.
Alright guys, we have some pretty big updates in the Ruby Franke Jodi Hildebrand case. Last night, KUTV2 News released a bunch of body cam footage of American Fork police interaction with Pam Bodtcher, who is the president of Connexions Foundation. So let's get into it. So we're going to do a little recap so that you fully understand the timeline of events that occurred. So Ruby's youngest son escaped from Jodi Hildebrandt's home, ran to a neighbor's and had him call 911, and that's when we discover that he was requesting food and water and that he appeared to be emaciated, had duct tape on his arms and legs, as well as open wounds. And we also learned that Ruby's youngest daughter was still at Jodi's house. And so law enforcement arrives, and then that is when they conduct the search warrant on Jodi's home. Now, Ruby was not at Jodi's home when all of this was first going down. We know that she was on her way driving somewhere, and that her 2 oldest daughters, Abby and Julie, were actually at a recreational center swimming. So Ruby somehow finds out what's going on and calls Pam Bodtcher, who is the president of Connexions Foundation and also Jodi's best friend. And she asks Pam if she can go pick up the 2 girls because she has a family emergency, to which Pam agrees.
That same day, Springville police found 2 of Franke's other children. A police report says they were in American Fork with a woman named Pam Bodtcher, who told officers Ruby had called her saying she had a family emergency and asked if her kids could stay with her.
Now, after the Santa Clara Ivins Police Department goes to Jodi Hildebrandt's home and locate Ruby's 2 youngest children, they then involve DCFS. So the DCFS caseworker and law enforcement are now searching for Ruby's 2 oldest children, which would eventually take them to the Franke's residence in Springville. Now, KUTV2 News shared a portion of the police report in a video, so I'm going to read that to you now. Contact with DCFS. On 8/30/2023, around 15:44 hours, Sergeant J. McCoy was contacted by the local Department of Child and Family Services caseworker Cassandra Walker. Walker explained that she had been contacted by DCFS and law enforcement in southern Utah, who requested that we attempt to locate 2 juvenile females, blank and blank. Walker informed Sergeant McCoy that blank and blank, 2 younger siblings, had been found at a residence in southern Utah, malnourished and physically abused, and their mother, Ruby Franke, was in custody. The whereabouts of blank and blank were currently unknown. Given the state that the other children were found in, there were concerns regarding their welfare. Walker explained that her team was currently working on a warrant to grant the state of Utah temporary custody. Walker requested that we respond to the Franke residence located at blank in Springville and attempt to locate them. Now, this next one talks about how when law enforcement arrived, they established a perimeter, looked inside all the doors and windows, but that they were covered by either blinds or curtains. So, not knowing if the other 2 children were inside, they waited for a warrant to search the home. So, after the warrant had been approved is when they made entry through the Franke's front door. After searching the Franke residence and not finding the 2 oldest girls is when they later locate them at Pam Bodtcher's house.
How's it going?
Good.
I'm Officer Hawkins, sir. I'm looking for Pam. Is Pam in today?
Yeah, that's my wife.
Is your wife? She's here?
Hi.
Hello, Pam. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm Officer Hawkins, American Fork Police Department.
Hi.
So, we had a agency assist out of St. George in Springville that we're just looking for. Okay. When you picked her up, what was the case? Did somebody ask you to pick her up, or did you just pick her up? What was going on?
Well, I'm having guests coming, and she came and did some cleaning for me.
Now, this is the part that is strange to, I think, everyone, that she said they were doing some cleaning for her. So why she didn't say their mom called me and had a family emergency, so I went to pick them up, I don't understand.
Some cleaning for you?
We're right now in the house.
I'm in the living room right here.
Okay, great. We're gonna have both of you come out here then.
The look on Pam's face right here. I don't know if they genuinely seem to be confused or if they're like, oh crap.
If you can, just for a second, we just had to go over some stuff.
You have a warrant?
Yeah, we do.
Let me see it, please.
So it's in my car, but...
Now, why he didn't bring the warrant to the front door, I'm not really sure. I'm sorry I keep pausing. I have to do this in order to use this under fair use.
Right now, my concern is...
Will you just tell him you're all right?
Well, we have to physically see her.
Come to that doorway.
We'll go ahead and get the copy of the warrant for you, okay?
You have a warrant for my house?
Specifically for you.
For you and the child.
Yeah.
Yes, Pam, they have a warrant. This is real.
Okay. So,
What is going on?
as of right now, I'll just need you to give your phone to your husband.
Okay.
Okay? And as of this moment, you're going to be detained right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
So
so,
what
is
does
there
that mean?
anything on you?
No.
Okay, perfect. Just put your hands in front of you, okay? Just going to place you temporarily under
Wait,
arrest, okay?
wait.
I'll
What are
explain
you
to
doing?
you that I'll explain
What
to
are you guys doing?
I've explained this already. I'm being as...
Now, it does seem that her husband is genuinely confused, but I find it hard to believe that Ruby didn't really tell Pam what exactly was going on.
courteous as I can,
Okay, well, I'm going to call an attorney.
That's fine.
I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
I don't
on.
even know what this is all about.
Okay, so I'm going to
my
explain
wife
to you when we
in
get to the car.
handcuffs, I mean-
Yes, I just explained to you that you're being detained right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you to my car, okay? I need this officer to stay with your husband, and I'm going to explain everything to you when we get there, okay?
Now, this portion, they're just walking back to the car. The officer was also very confused at this point as well. He's just telling her that she is now going to be detained so that the other police department can question her from there. There was a little confusion about whether it was her daughter involved or not, so I'm not going to play her personal information.
Why do I have to do it? Why am I like this when I haven't resisted or anything?
Because I have to detain you momentarily until I figure out what charges they're going to go with that you. So like I said, we were requested by another agency to locate you and detain you temporarily under a warrant to figure out what he's right there, which means you had her. That makes sense?
Yeah, she comes over to my house all the time.
Yes, they come over to clean, which is weird unless they're getting paid for it, but I highly doubt it.
I'm going off what you're saying. I'm going off what they're saying. I don't know what's the truth. I know that she's here. I don't know if she came willingly or not.
Can't you ask her?
That's what we're about to do.
Okay.
But as of right now, that's why I separated you, because I want the truth. I don't want coercion. I don't want her being felt like she has to say stuff. All that kind of stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in there. We're going to drive back to the front so you can hang out right in front of your house. Okay?
Okay.
So now they're just going to place Pam in the police car until DCFS and the other police agency arrives and this clip ends. Now, I did my very best to put these clips in order for you, but at the beginning of this clip, there's still some confusion about whether this involves Pam's daughter or not, and she says her name, so I'm going to take that part of this out.
Talk to her,
Okay.
and DCFS is on their way as well.
Okay.
I'm not here to argue the logistics.
No, I know.
I'm telling you what I know.
Yeah, it's just those would be my granddaughters, and those aren't my granddaughters. Those are my friends' daughters.
So she refers to them as her friend's daughters, so let me know if you guys think if she doesn't really know what's going on.
So your friend's daughters then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is Ruby Franke's daughter.
Okay.
She's a friend of ours. She comes over and helps me every once in a while to do cleaning and stuff.
Okay. So this is what happened, okay?
Now pay attention here, he's going to tell her what is going on, and let me know your reaction in the comments.
Her parents were in the situation of a child allegation.
Okay.
Just okay so far, no shock at all.
DCFS made the report and went to the house and found children malnourished and locked in a safe. Okay?
In the safe?
In a safe.
Now, if the other child was in a safe or not has not really been released, so I'm not 100% sure on that, but she didn't seem too surprised that they were malnourished.
Okay. So now those officers and DCFS have taken custody of those children, and we're looking for this one. The rec center, when they went to go find her, said that you picked her up.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're learning that possibly law enforcement went to the rec center looking for them, and then they told them they were with Pam.
So now they are trying to figure out
why
you picked her up, what you know with her. Is she okay? Did she come here willingly? All that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, they
so
can ask her that.
as soon as they come here,
yeah,
we'll be on our way.
Okay.
Okay, that's why I said you're just detained. You're not placed under arrest. just right now until they figure out what's going on with their part. Okay?
Okay,
So as long as
Now, her response to this next part really just irked me.
she's not tied up and bound because you
I did make her scrub.
do something,
I did make her scrub the floor, and they vacuumed and stuff because I have company coming tonight from Costa Rica.
You made her scrub the floor? What?
Okay.
So, but she did it of her own free will. We had lunch.
So now she's saying that she did it of her own free will. So I'm just unsure about this because we know that Ruby liked to use cleaning as a form of punishment.
Yeah.
We went to Rolly's farm and had ice cream.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you just want what?
That's not my case.
Okay.
DCFS and Springfield Police Department asked me to come here, make contact with you. It's here to detain you.
I don't understand why having her come to my house.
He just told you that Ruby's 2 other kids were found malnourished. That's why they've come to your house.
Who, her?
Yeah.
Because they don't know whether it was voluntary or not. I think it's the
Oh,
first
I
problem.
see. Okay.
And the second problem is, since those children are, I don't know the full details of how mistreated or how malnourished those children are.
Okay.
All I know is that's the words and treatment that they used,
Yeah.
which means that they are severely concerned of her well-being
Okay.
and every child that's in that home.
Okay.
No concern for the children whatsoever. He just re-explained to her what's going on, and she doesn't even ask about the 2 other children or if they're okay. So that just kind of makes me wonder if she really did know what was going on.
So they'll just have to talk to her and
Because I've been a part of many DCFS cases where as soon as the parents are hooked up, kids are taken. If there's any kids that aren't in the home immediately when the kids are taken, guess what? They're scurrying around. Other family members are picking them up that way. The parent can come back and grab them before DCFS takes them.
oh yeah.
I'm telling you, you may be a good person, but there's a lot of people in this world that aren't.
Right. Well, if DCFS is supposed to take her, then they can take her. I mean, I'm not going to try to fight that. I mean, you know.
Well, that's what they're going to come talk to you about. They left already, so they should be here in the next 10-15 minutes, but Springville just left as I got off the phone with them.
So we know that Ruby somehow found out what was going on and was able to call Pam and ask her for help. So I honestly find it hard to believe that Jodi also didn't call Pam and tell her what was going on.
He's probably going to be about 20.
DCFS or whatever it is coming.
Yeah, so DCFS will come for their part first, and then the detective
So they're
Munford
just going
is
to ask
coming
her
to
if
talk
she
to you.
came willingly to my house and if
I
everything
think-
is okay.
And she has to be taken into state custody
Oh, she does? Okay.
because I think her parents were arrested.
Again, no shock at all that Ruby was arrested.
Wondering why they don't want...
Maybe they already.
No, I have her. She's in my house.
She's in here.
Yeah.
I didn't get told. When they hear, ask him that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go brief your husband so he's not worrying about you.
Okay.
Parents today were under investigation for child abuse, child neglect. DCFS went to the home with the Springfield Police Department and found children in the basement, malnourished and locked and safe. Today. Yeah. Now,
what children that was?
DCFS tried finding all the kids that were involved, and one of them was. We don't know where she's at. Okay. Calls the rec center. The rec center says that Pam picked her up. Unknown if she went willingly or forced. I'm not saying Pam forced her. I already told her that. So we don't know. But what DCFS wants to do is they have a warrant to pick her up and take her into state custody because we're bringing her for arrest. Now.
Her parents were arrested?
Yes. So that's why
her mom was on her way to St. George.
That was the whole thing. It happened in St. George, came up to Springville got involved, and it's traced all its way back to us somehow. I don't know how you guys are involved, you and Pam.
Pam's her friend, Ruby's friend. Her husband, Kevin, or somebody, I've met him a couple times. I don't even know. So Pam, since her mom was on the way to this, I'll talk quietly. Since her mom was on the way to St. George, then Pam said, I'll pick up the girls, and I need some help in it. And so she said, Ruby said, they can come over and help. And so they've been helping clean. We have guests coming from Costa Rica tonight. And, you know, they just help clean. They clean floors. They clean all kinds of stuff. I don't even know it. And so that's the reason we're involved with this right now, just because Pam went over and Ruby knew that she was coming over and getting the girls, and she got the girls.
I'm talking about DCFS.
Okay.
We have DCFS here. They're on their way. They're going to come pick us right now.
Okay.
So if you can detain Pam still for a minute, and then there, and DCFS will be there in just a minute.
Okay. Can you at least give me a synopsis of what this is in regards to?
Yeah. So
I'll just have you stand by your truck really quick for right now, sir, okay? I'll come over there in a second. You're coming to this house, I just need you to stand right there for a second. I get you. Just give me 2 seconds, okay?
What? So what's going on? Are you there?
Yeah, I got someone that rolled up to the driveway behind me, so I just told him to wait.
Okay. So what's going on is we got a call from DCFS because St. George PD got a call about 2 kids that were found locked up in a safe and tied up. And it's siblings and the suspects are the parents.
Okay.
But St. George has mom and dad detained down there. And they are doing some interviews right now to kind of figure out everything that's going on. There's one other sibling that we're still looking for, that are considered still dangerous, and DCFS has a warrant to take them both into custody and into state's custody. Pam was seen picking up in the Springville Rec Center around 1:15 today, and that's how we had, kind of figured that out and had you guys go out there. So we're still kind of figuring everything out, but that's the basis of it, is that these kids there's a warrant to take them into state custody. A couple of them are found getting malnourished and bound and locked in a safe. So
Okay.
that's where we're at, and then we're still looking for the other one.
Okay.
But I think DCFS is on their way right now. Can you confirm the address that you're at right now? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make sure that they have that address, and they're already on their way, so they should be there shortly.
Okay.
To take
So,
it back.
is it just then there's not an arrest warrant for Pam?
No. Hey,
Okay.
Can you guys transport Pam to your PD if we can send some detectives over there to go interview her?
Depending, we have freaking a couple calls coming out, some disturbances, so I mean, it's possible, just depending on how long it would be, or I mean, they're pretty cooperative, honestly, so I don't think if they got back, if I let them stay here at their home when DCFS picked it up, I don't think they'll do anything, or leave, if that makes sense.
They've been pretty cooperative with you?
Yeah, they've been pretty cooperative, more so confused.
Okay. Let me, here, I got my sergeant right by me. He's talking to one of the other students here in a second.
Yeah. And then you went.
So this is her first being questioned by police.
Picked up both of them. Were they both in Springville? Or were is that Ace? But what Ace was that?
I'm not going to give you the address, but I don't know. It's somewhere like south.
Spanish Fork?
Yeah, I mean, no, not Smash Fork. It's past Smash Fork.
Santa Quinn?
We went to the Rollies barn right after I picked her up.
Okay, so probably Santa Quinn.
Yeah, that's Santa Quinn.
Okay.
That's almost a Nephi type area.
Yeah.
Okay. And she was on the Ace. And did you call both the girls and say, "Hey, your mom told me to come get you"?
No.
Okay. How did you contact them to know where they were at?
I just went to the pool and said, "Hey, they have a family emergency. Can I pick up?" She said, "Sure." So I just said, "Family emergency. Your mom said you could come help me clean today." She said, "Okay."
Okay. And what about, how did you get contact to pick her up?
Ruby just told me she'd be at the Ace Hardware.
Oh, okay. So Ruby told you where they both of them. Okay.
So they've been here all day. We went to Rolly's farm and got Rolly's Red Barn and got ice cream at the Red Barn. And then we came here and we scrubbed the floors and vacuumed and made lunch at BLT's, and we were going to go pick tomatoes and make salsa tonight.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we were doing tonight.
So just to make sure I'm understanding all this correctly, Ruby contacted you around noon and said that they had
Around, I don't know if that's exact.
That's the best guess.
Said she had a family emergency.
And needed to pick up the girls.
Yeah, she said, "Would you mind watching the girls while I'm gone?" Because she was leaving. I said, "Yeah, I could do that because I need some help cleaning."
Okay, and then did you say to bring them to your house for today and then take it back home tonight, or to keep them here for a couple days?
She didn't say. I was just planning on bringing them home tonight.
Oh, okay. And she also
Like a separate
that's when you go down there. And the kitchen bolts right there. Okay.
Picked them up.
And did you pick up first then?
Mm-hmm.
And then you went down? Okay. Okay.
And then they've been here, besides going to that Rolly's Red Barn, they've been here the whole time.
Okay. And you guys have been just cleaning?
Yeah.
Eating
But smell my
lunch?
house. It smells great. Yeah, we had lunch. We just finished cleaning, and I said, okay, what do you guys want to do now? I said, we gotta go pick the tomatoes once it gets cool, and then we'll learn. They wanted to learn how to make salsa, so I said, okay, we can do that. I said, let's just take a break for a minute, and that's when pounding on the door. We opened the door right up. He said, ask for me. I came right out, and then you asked us, now come out here, and then like I said, I told him, you know, what, and he said, well, we're not concerned. I said, well, okay, well, she's in the house. And then I don't know what you did. You went to the house and asked for her to.
Yeah. That was because information was slowly getting trickled to him. I don't think he knew about it.
Initial CAD notes just said locate and detain you until they arrive.
Yeah. So that's what happened. We've been at home cleaning this whole time and dusting and and then we were going to pick tomatoes and make salsa and then take them home.
Anything like this happened before where you picked up the
No.
girls?
Oh, like
Hey, we need you to watch the girls. Last minute.
No, everything else has been so like they wanted to learn how to make jam, and so they had a whole bunch of strawberries and raspberries, so I went down there, things like that. But so I have interacted with them, and we've done stuff, but it's usually to make jam or learn how to sew or do something, or like someone has a play or something, we go to see it or something, but not, they have come to my house before and done house weeding and stuff like that.
Okay. How did you start to know the family? How did you guys meet?
The Franke family?
Yeah.
Through a program called Connexions.
That I'm the president of.
It's a kind of a life skills type thing.
Okay. So tell me more about when you first met them through the program, or not really know what the program is.
She was a coach.
Okay. What type of things do they do with the program?
It's like life skills. Like learning how to, it's like be honest, responsible, and humble. Those are those 3 pillars of their program.
Okay. Is there a meeting place for you guys met, or is it kind of a virtual thing?
It's online every Saturday morning. It's called Empowering Joy.
Okay. How long have you known them for?
Oh, gee.
Ish.
Probably, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I didn't know her really well because she was in the program, but I didn't really know her. But I've known her probably really well, maybe 3 years.
Is this a program that she started, or is it just one that she
She's just a part of it.
She's just part of it.
Now, this next clip, the officer is going to ask for the other child to come out.
All right, sir. So I have a question for you. Pam already told me that she's in the house. Can we ask for her to come outside as well? Yeah. Thank you.
You can come out, please.
You can put your shoes on first, and we don't have to walk outside in socks.
Right? My backwards. You can sit there. You can sit there.
You're right here. Have I something?
You wanted to go get your stuff? You guys come in and get your stuff. And you need to go. I'm sorry, where's your fridge?
Now, we know ultimately that the children were placed with Sherry Franke. They reportedly did not want to leave Pam's house, but they had the option between that or a foster family, and they went with Sherry Franke. Now, we do have more of the police report from when the DCFS workers were at the Franke residence, so I'm going to play that for you now, and that'll end us off on the video. So this one says, myself and DCFS worker Rachel made contact with blank and blank, who were seated on the front porch of Bodtcher's residence. The DCFS worker introduced herself and informed the girls that she would be taking them to a residence to stay with their older sister, Sherry. Blank and blank expressed that they did not want to go with Sherry and that they would prefer to stay where they were. The DCFS worker informed the girls that because they are now in the state's custody, their only options were to stay with Sherry or to be placed in a foster family. Blank and blank reluctantly grabbed their personal belongings from inside Bodtcher's residence, which included a backpack and a cell phone. The DCFS worker informed blank that she needed to collect the cell phone due to them being in the state's custody. Blank gave me the phone and I turned it over to DCFS worker.